My background with Consol stems from the fact that I grew up in the construction industry, concrete construction in particular, and then when I started going for my graduate degree, began working a little bit more full-time for my dad, to then being an electrical engineer. It's kind of like you kind of get the IT guy role, and help them with this and that. And so at some point I was tasked to find them the best time clock field management software out there. So I knew they had already tried 2 or 3, so this was yet another attempt, and the other ones had all crashed and burned. So I did all my due diligence. Being a good engineer, I researched and looked and found what looked on paper on the internet. It just stacked up against all the rest. It was the absolute best. Had all the boxes ticked, plus all kinds of boxes I never knew needed to be ticked. Got it. Great in theory. The sales presentation, just awesome, just blown away. So this is going to be great. And then rollout happens, and real world meets field. It didn't add up. So out of that, which is very frustrating for me, very frustrating for the field obviously too, this whole thing is, why is it so hard? Why does it have to be this way? And the same thing kept coming up because the complaints, people in the field and everyone you talk to, it's just nobody has a software they love. It's just something they suffer with. And so then Consol was born, and I wish I would have had this software to offer my dad's company, because there's basically everything the field needs and nothing more. And then by definition, the office gets all the data that it craves as much as they need. So that's where Consol came from.
It's really a business philosophy. And the philosophy was, we wanted to be able to create an opportunity for a business owner who's out in the trenches to be able to know when his job's in trouble. And that's something that's really hard to do in the construction industry. What we've done is we tried to put all the essential tools together for the operations teams, scheduling, timekeeping, and job tracking all together, so that people will know the moment a job's in trouble. But some of the added benefits that come along with that is you have the ability to schedule your crews, tell them where they need to go and what they need to be doing each day. But as a result of all that, you also can give them their goals for the day. How much you're supposed to be doing today, how much material you're supposed to be putting in, and how many hours you have to do it. In the industry, there's something lacking with the younger generation. Oftentimes they go into a job site and they don't exactly know what they're supposed to be doing each day. They don't really have these goals put out in front of them each day. And as part of this process, we're giving you these goals. And when you put your time to a job and you submit how many hours you've put in and how much material you've installed, you see right away if that job is on track. And if that job's on track, you know that your job's not in trouble right away. But also the other benefit that you have is that you have an employee who's out there who oftentimes is disconnected in the construction industry, who now knows that he's winning. And that's such a profound thing for a person who's out in the field, who day in and day out just does the same thing. But now they're becoming part of a team. And what Consol does is it unites the guys out in the field for a common goal. You in the back office have this ability to know the moment a job's in trouble because you set goals and man hours. And furthermore, especially if you're a working owner, you have this right at your fingertips. It's a cloud-based application. You see right away if there's a red flag on your job, you know there's a problem. And so we worked really hard and took a lot of what we knew from the construction industry and being out there ourselves, and put that together in one app that really showcases those kind of things, and we really cut down on all the extra fluff and made it as simple as possible so that anybody can use it.
One of the things that I thrive on here at Black Labs, especially the work with Consol, is seeing the impact that it has in the real world with the guys that are using it day in and day out. With scheduling, it's freeing up their time to spend more time with their family even, rather than spending hours in the evening contacting the guys, texting guys back and forth, especially then when something changes due to weather, unexpected, the challenges of scheduling in the construction industry. Consol is for the company that's looking to be a better business, to be leaner, meaner, to make more money for the same amount of work. Consol is for a company that's looking to grow, to be more efficient. If you're scheduling multiple jobs, you have weather changes that regularly interrupt your schedules. If you are running multiple crews, any of these, the scheduling feature is for you. If you're having to track your man hours and you had field operations where you don't have fixed locations, so your jobs are at different addresses, the timekeeping is for you. And what's also for you is the job tracking feature, where you can upload your photos day in and day out of a project. You can see all of the tasks for a project and see the progress towards completing those tasks. When you need to be most organized, oftentimes that's when it's the most challenging to stay organized. Console helps with this.
Console, it's a field-first approach where employees don't have to take too much time or know too much technology or have too much knowledge about the app to use. Companies can expect to have less maintenance, less IT costs for using Console. A lot of apps require time, maintenance, and a lot of upkeep because they're not simple to use. Administrators find it easy for them, but they do not know the actual hassle when field employees don't know what to do or how to use it. The field employees get frustrated and sometimes feel they're inadequate on their job because they do not know the actual knowledge or experience to use an app because it is not intuitive to them. And that's where Console really shines, where it is simple to use. It does not have a lot of menus. It doesn't require a lot of process, training. Any company that does want an app that can help, really help not only the administrators who are on the office, but outside the office, the field employees, the ones that are actually using this app every single day. And the office administrators need that information to be on time. And I do believe Console can speed up the process.